There are some really garbage human beings out there in the world and on the internet, and unfortunately sometimes they choose to go after people who are nothing more than grieving loved ones of someone like Linkin Park's Chester Bennington. You know the story, he passed away, you know the cause, but now his son, Jamie Bennington, who we have spotlighted on this show, who was recently seen in the studio with the band Chester was in before he joined Linkin Park, well, now he is having to come out and release a statement in response to conspiracy theorists who are reaching out to him and sharing terrible messages about his father with him, to the point where he now has to come out. How sad is this? He now has to come out and defend himself against those who are attacking him. Just an absolute horrible situation to have to deal with after all he's already been through. It's just absolute trash. So this is what Jamie said. Jamie Bennington posted to his Instagram stating, PSA, disclaimer for those of you who have been kind to me, this is not directed at you. I appreciate you beyond words. This morning I was contacted through my website by another LP fan who has clearly no regard for common decency. This kind of stuff isn't new to me, and I've always shrugged it off as something that comes with the territory. However, when I woke up to messages like this, how can I be expected to downplay it? I can't. And this sort of thing happens to me so often that I now want to publicly set the record straight. So let me draw a line in the sand for you. I am not Chester Bennington. I do not owe you anything. With that being said, the real sore spot in this interaction between me and this guy, who shall remain nameless, concerns a popular conspiracy in which he references so casually you might think he was simply conveying a well-known fact of life. The sky is blue perhaps, but let me be crystal clear. Conspiracy is not a fact of life. Truth is, this rhetoric going around that my father was murdered and that he didn't die by that there is truth that will come out. But let me tell you something, he did. He died by suicide. It happened and it's over. And anyone who entertains the idea that there is more to the story than that, whether it's directed toward myself or my family, is liable to be dealt with firmly. I have zero tolerance for children who get off on bad behavior. Thirdly, I understand that the internet grants an individual a good deal of anonymity. However, cowardice will never be a good enough excuse for behavior like this. When my father died, I would get similar messages, minus the foreplay, wherein faceless LP fans would simply say things like, he killed himself because of you, maybe you should do the same. So let me be current about where I stand on this me versus them thing. Despite the fact that I have been made to feel that way, I don't see it isn't me versus them. The fact of the matter is that these rotten few are trying to get a rise out of someone. That's all they are doing. But here is the thing, and I won't lie, it's frustrating to deal with people like this. There is no reason we can't all be civil, and there is no reason that we can't all be kind. I genuinely want peace of mind and body, and you can't take that away from me no matter how badly you want to, quote, knock my teeth out, or how badly you want me to kill myself. It's not going to happen. So you want a rise out of me? How about this? In the inevitable case that someone in the near future refuses to be polite, no doubt in response to this open letter, here are things that will happen to you. 1. I will post everything you and I have said to one another. I am not afraid to put my foot right up your ass. 2. I will put your name out in the wind. Anonymity is a bitch. That's a fact. But the thing is about cowards is that you all act a little different when you know someone's watching. 3, I'll let the public have you. Now, in closing, to all of you out there who have been endlessly kind, respectful, and supportive of me over the last couple of years, thank you. You're setting a wonderful, heartfelt example of what it means to be human. And I say we should all try a little harder to be kind to those we interact with, whether it's in person or over social media. We've got to have each other's back. So this is terrible to see that anybody who's gone through something like this would be made to be harassed on the internet or targeted in some way. It's a guy who's just trying to live his life and, be happy, and he has to deal with this absolute garbage of people who try to go out there and give an absolute wonderful fan base a bad name and a bad reputation by doing this. It's just awful. So if you have some time, show Jamie some love, and hopefully that he understands that these are just a few bad apples on the internet and not the overwhelming majority of wonderful people who supported his pops. That's all for now. Thanks so much for joining us here today. and we will see you all very soon. You can check out these recommended videos and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on breaking hard rock and heavy metal news.